What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Beastly Thoughts Show, live episode 41. We're now approaching death, I think. 40. We hit 40 last week. That was middle age. 41. We are officially on the downslope. What do we make it? I think we're going to die early, like 70. We own a Mustang. We're saving for a Corvette. We sold the SUV.
But that 401k is looking all right.
Yeah. So everybody knows what I've been playing. What have you guys been playing? Because it's different. It's not going to be all about Destiny for the entire show this week.
Yeah, it's not. Why don't you go first, 95?
Yeah.
Well, I picked up FIFA. As you guys know, I've been playing the shit out of that because I'm hooked on that game pretty much ever since I got that. I haven't played Madden at all because I prefer FIFA over Madden.
Have you been a FIFA fan in years past, Justin?
Yes. I've played the last 3 or 4, and actually my buddy at work got me into it. I didn't play FIFA until I met him.
Really?
And he was like, "You should play FIFA. You should play it." And I didn't know shit about soccer. I'm not a soccer fan or football fan. I'm not a fan by any means necessary, but it got me into being a fan, and I learned so much more about soccer than I ever knew. And now I'm hooked on it. It's a great game. I'm obsessed with it. But
so did you play last year's?
It's like an indie game. What was that?
Did you play last year's version? Or is this year's version better? They have like an Ultimate Team now, right?
Yeah, Ultimate Team has been in the last 3, I want to say.
Okay.
It was. I know for sure it was in last year's because I got points for having my Ultimate Team for last year's on this year, so it kind of like transfers over in an aspect of you spending the amount of money you did on the game.
Is that like a card system where you like earn cards by playing, and then you can put those people that you are on the cards in your team?
Yes, you buy a pack, but you earn the money by playing the game. So when you play your Ultimate Team games, you get so many coins for each game you play. You put those coins towards buying, as you said, a pack. You open up the pack, and it's always random on who you get in the pack. So
better or worse than Destiny's loot system?
Way better. Way better. Night and day better. That's why I've been staying away from Destiny, because I feel like I'm wasting my time trying to find loot.
Yeah. I think that if you're hoping to pick up loot like randomly, I think it's basically, well, they're gonna patch it later, but we'll talk about Destiny later.
Yep.
And I also been playing. I got It'll Do. It's a PC game, but it's also on the Wii U. And I've been playing that because it reminds me of like a more sketched version of Zelda.
It sounds like exactly what I say every time I put together a PC.
Yeah, It'll do. It'll do. It's a pretty cool, like, if you ever want to see some really cool artwork, check that game out. The artwork is amazing on it.
Okay.
And I think that's...
Is it like a Zelda game?
I think that's it. It's Zelda with less fighting and more puzzles. Like, the puzzles are right out of Zelda, though. All the puzzles you do are Zelda. Like, they stole the idea of everything that Zelda did in their puzzles and put it in that game.
Is it like a 2D, like, top view game?
It's like... Yeah, it's like what's the new one for 3DS? It's like that and A Link to the Past, pretty much that style of map.
That sounds very appealing to me. I'm looking forward to that new game. Boy, I can't remember the name of it. It's like Zelda, but it's really zoomed out. They keep talking about how it's like you're zoomed way out and you can see like a ton of stuff around the character.
Zelda meets Diablo. I'm trying to think of the name of it.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it right now, but I'm looking forward to that too. Anything else, 95?
I think that's it. I think that's about it. Yeah.
All right. Beastly Gamer, you got any 5-year-old games that you want to talk about?
Yeah. Well, this week it's been a little different for me. I played a minute amount of Destiny this week, probably total maybe an hour the entire week, hour and a half maybe. It's just I haven't really had the time, and when I play Destiny, I really usually get into it 3 or 4 hours. And it just hasn't been that week for me, especially since I started playing Minecraft. Sorry.
Last week you talked a lot about Minecraft, and it surprised me, frankly, because it's an older game, and I was surprised that there's people out there who hadn't checked it out. But now that you've gotten into it, you're really digging it, huh?
Yeah. I've been hating on this game for years. I'm that guy. If I make a mistake, I'm gonna own up to it. And for years, the people say, "Hey, man, you play Minecraft?" I'm like, fuck you. That's that's my response to people who, in my mind, played this game made for people who didn't give a damn about graphics, gameplay, or any type of functionality. But I didn't know anything about the game. I was looking at the total exterior of the package, had no idea what it had to offer. And to me, it's like The Sims meets Little Big Planet meets your imagination. And
don't compare that game to Little Big Planet ever. You better never, ever, ever do that.
Hey.
Yeah, that's right. Jumping works in Minecraft.
Yeah. You tell them. Yeah. For me, it's and I'm just now really starting to get into different aspects of Minecraft. Being able to make these worlds and fashion them how you like them to be, and then going back in there and populating them with enemies and mining and all this stuff is so fun. But I gotta say, the soundtrack is one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard. I'm not a slouch when it comes to soundtracks. I mean, I love Castlevania Symphony of the Night, many Final Fantasy games, Super Turricane, Donkey Kong Country. I love good music. Mm-hmm. And Minecraft is up there. Yesterday, my wife and I, we were driving around, going to yard sales and garage sales all yesterday morning, and we listened to Minecraft the entire day. So for the people who watch the show who like Minecraft,
sounds like my own personal version of hell right there.
Yeah, we did. We did.
You got a radio that only plays the Minecraft music.
I mean, check it out. We were out at yard sales, and we went to this one, and there was a bunch of women. And Kate, she got out and she was looking at stuff, and they said, "That music is so beautiful." I was like, "You're damn right."
Well, you listened to it nonstop in your living room for about 5 years, and then you tell me how you feel about that music.
I mean, to me, it's kind of new. And like last night, I told you guys pre-show, right before you went to sleep, it was 4:30 in the morning. Kate asked me to turn it on so she could sleep to it. I was like, wow, it is good music. I got to say that. Maybe we did take it overboard, but I'm kind of excessive. When I like something, I kind of kill it, and then I'm done with it. But I think
it shocks me that you've never had this game in your house before, because you have children, and like this game, for my kids, it's the game they play. Like it's their game, Like
my kids.
Go ahead.
My kids they talk a lot of shit to me now.
About Minecraft.
Yes.
Yeah, but they do.
Particularly my older son.
I'm having a hard time holding back myself.
Yeah, it's okay. I deserve it. But Brett, he keeps looking at me now. I play the game. He says, "Dad, I could have told you about this a long time ago. I knew you liked the game. I just can't believe it took you so long, blah, blah, blah." They've been playing it for years. They've been playing the Pocket Edition. I never wanted to buy it on a console. I didn't want to corrupt my system, okay? I didn't want to corrupt my PS3 by putting that shit on there, my PS4. And I played the demo. I was like, I like this. And I ended up really liking it. But yeah, I've been playing Minecraft this week. I've been playing Slender, The Arrival.
Is that a new game, or is...
It just came out on the 23rd. It came out on consoles on the 23rd for Xbox 360 and PS3 only, and it's a faithful representation of the PC version.
So it's the same game as what was on the PC?
No, it's actually more. They've added new levels, which the second level is brand new.
Oh, okay.
In the PC version, when you get to a certain point, you get a loading screen, and all of a sudden you're in a whole new area. The PS3 version that I played, you actually go from one area to another area. And it starts off. Plus, they've added new enemies. They've added new stories as well. So whole new levels.
Batman now?
I don't know. It might be Medium Man.
Medium Man.
Yes.
Man of average build.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the game. I think Slender's a really fun game for people like me who like to be scared every now and then. I played probably from last night to today, probably about 3 or 4 hours. And my video will be posting right after BC Thoughts. It'll be my first impressions of the PS3 version of the game. And I think it's a really good representation. Of course, the game doesn't run at 60 frames per second. It's at 30, but it's really similar to the PC experience, and I like Slender. So if you like Slender, it's $9.99 for the PS3, the Xbox 360 version, and I would implore you to get it if you never played it because it's a lot of fun. Also...
Wait. Do I get to hear you scream in that video like Mariah Carey?
I think
I want to hear you hit those high notes.
I think I may have said shit bubbles maybe once or twice. That's my word. We went out. Go ahead.
You made a video when you first got your PC on the PC version too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
but for me,
you can see the difference within.
Yeah, I can see the difference. It looks a lot better on the PC to me.
Yeah. Oh, really?
But yeah, big shock there, right? But for me, the console experience is the one I gravitate toward most. I mean, mouse and keyboard, I just can't do it. It's a lot harder for me to articulate the movement and make
Wait, is that your gaming mouse?
No, this is just
that thing. Okay. You don't.
Hey.
Okay.
Leave me alone.
Are you a giant person or is that a miniature mouse?
It's a regular mouse. This is a regular mouse.
Leave him alone. It's portable.
This is a 84-ounce drink. Yeah, but we went out yesterday and we did some video game pickups. And I'm not going to really upload anything about it, but I'll show you guys what I got, okay?
Yeah, I want to see that.
Now,
Did you play any games yet?
Yeah, I played some Game Boy games. And you know, it's kind of hard to go around and get exactly what you want, but I ended up picking up another Game Gear, second Game Gear.
So, wait, you had one and now you have two?
Yeah, this is the one I bought yesterday. It's actually in pretty decent condition, but I didn't pay anything for it. The guy's name was John, and he was a very, very nice guy, and him and his wife and 3 kids were doing a citywide yard sale. The whole city of Stockbridge had a sale yesterday, and he came out and talked to me about, you know, all the games he had, how he collected them for a long time, and comic books and all kinds of stuff. And I told him who I am, and he looked at my channel and said, "Here, I want you to have this." I said, "Oh, well, thank you, sir." So
at the time it was raining, but it's a little ray of sunshine, kind of.
Yes. And he had some Game Boy, and he had some PS1 games too. I think he tried to sell me Into the Matrix too. I said, "No, you can keep that."
No, thank you.
Yeah. And his wife tried to sell me Catwoman. I was almost kicked her in the face. So the Game Boy games that he had were Turtles 3, Radical Rescue, and you know he got the cases and manuals for him too. The manuals are here. Bram Stoker's Dracula, which is in the case. Super Mario Land for Game Boy.
That game was good.
Paperboy, which is my joint, and Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. So I got all these games for $5. I went to another yard sale and picked up a Game Boy Advance SP. Works fine with four games, and the games were pretty crappy. I think she had Tekken Advance in there, and she had Nicktoons, Volcano Island.
Is the SP backlit? Is that the first one that was backlit?
Yeah, it was. It was the one I played Castlevania Symphony of the Night on and fell in love with. That may have been the reason for my first divorce. I paid more attention to that console than my ex-wife.
I think it was a good decision.
Good times. So now I got, you know, a couple SPs and a couple Game Gears, and I think I want to, in honor of our good friend Not Too Nerdy Entertainment, who's unable to make it to the show today, I want to start doing my pickups to honor the man because he is a myth and a legend. But that's what I've been doing this week. Minecraft is awesome, and if you haven't played it, play it. I don't care what Briar says or 95 Gamer says.
I have no problem with the game. I'm just it surprises me that you have kids and that game has never entered your life before.
My kids know if you say Minecraft in this house, you get put out.
Well, now Dad's addicted to Minecraft, so I think the story might have changed.
We're all going to be homeless together, yes. So yeah, I've been playing a lot of Minecraft. I'm looking to get into Destiny. Kate's playing Destiny right now. She feels kind of bad because she's been wanting to level her character up. And until they fix a few things, I think that I'll be okay playing Minecraft for now. I can maybe reduplicate some Destiny maps on Minecraft. But they're patching the game. They're doing a lot to the game and shutting down loot caves, and you know now we got new ones being exposed. Yeah, the new ones down. I'm stupid, but that's a whole other topic. IGN, they shouldn't be reporting on that because as soon as they do, then Bungie's going to close that one down. Let the people have something, damn it. Let the people have something. But that's been my week. What have you been up to?
I guess I won't post that video I made about it then.
You know, Bungie actually said that once IGN posted that video, that's when they got the whole backlash of, you know, focus. They were focused on that loot cave, and as soon as they closed,
patch notes about it.
No, I didn't read them.
Oh, it was pretty interesting because what was cool about that loot cave, right, is, you know, of course everybody's trying to loot it and everybody's, you know, standing in the exact right spot, you know, because if you go too far forward, then the guys will stop coming out. If you go too far back, they'll start coming out that side entrance and it'll mess it up. but everybody knew exactly where to stand, and everybody knew, like, okay, somebody's going to run out of ammo, have to go over there to pick up some new ammo, so when somebody did, everybody would all go at the same time, come all back, and start firing into again. So it became this thing that you didn't have to talk to anybody about, but you'd get there, there'd be 4 or 5 people there, and you never had to communicate with them, you just knew the rules. It was just an accepted thing, and they kind of, like, they mentioned it, like, it was kind of, like, ridiculous how, like, this, like, loot farm kind of, like, became this, like, little social, like, experiment. It was bizarre, you know?
Yeah,
so I thought their notes about it were pretty cool. But they still shut it down.
I think there was another one right there on Earth, too. That
There's me, it was currently another one on Earth.
Yeah, but I'm talking about outside, kind of like where the other one is, but before you get to that point, but it is outdoors. That I actually ran into myself, and they didn't stop coming out. But I've never seen anybody post on that, so who knows, that might be my breakthrough video.
Yeah, make a video about it.
There's one by the boatyard, too. The boatyard there, there's one right there.
Yeah.
Where all the dudes spawn on the ship, you can, if you clear them all out and stand on the other ship, they keep spawning in that doorway.
Oh, really?
Shoot through, yeah, and kill them all on that ship. We were doing it yesterday. I was doing it just to get my 200 kill bounty or whatever.
Yeah, or 200 headshots, right? For the
yeah, 200 headshots. Yep.
Yeah, that's a tough one to get. Is I ran into Not Too Nerdy one day, and he was near there, and I hung out with him for like a half hour while he was still trying to get that. It's a tough one to get.
Yeah.
Oh, and for all the viewers who don't know, which most of you probably do, Sony's doing this weekend of free PlayStation Plus. So if you have a PS3 or PS4, or one of the few people who don't have PlayStation Plus, now you can get online for the PS4 and experience PlayStation Plus for free. So use it. You got till midnight.
That's right. You got 6 more hours on the East Coast.
Go download all your free shit and play it.
Yeah. So I've been playing Destiny still. I've kind of hit like a frustrating point where I know what I have to do to upgrade my main hunter to level 30, and I don't really want to do it. You know, all those ascendant materials are difficult to come across. Even if you know exactly where to get them, you have to do those high-level strikes. Oh. That was loud. You have to do those high-level strikes. You have to do the kind of random events, and I even went so far as to find a website that tells you exactly when those events are going to happen and where to find them. And you see, I'm getting a lot of noise on your side. I'm just going to mute you temporarily. So I just kind of hit a wall there where I just didn't want to do it anymore. So what I ended up doing is I started a new Titan character this morning, and it took me about 4 hours to get him up to level 9. It might have been a little less than that. And then one of my kids started playing on that account with that Titan. He leveled it up to a level 10. So it's I don't know where I'm at with that game. I'm looking forward to them patching the game because they've said they're going to patch it so that you get what you think you're getting. Right? The purple engrams are going to contain legendary materials, but the ascendant stuff is so hard to get that I'm a little bit frustrated with it.
Do you feel you should hold on to your engrams until they fix it? You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you collect a legendary engram or a rare engram, should you just wait it out and then get it?
No, they said that if you have a
legendary, it should produce a purple item.
No, but that's post-patch. And that patch is coming out later this week. But if you keep engram through that time, it's going to act like an engram does now. It's
okay. So broken. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game is pissing me off because I've done five or six events yesterday, and I got one Ascendant shard. I'm like, I'm done with this shit, man.
Yeah.
If you're gonna give me one Ascendant shard for every like 3 hours I play this game, it's gonna take me forever to rank up.
Yeah.
I'm done with that.
That's why I ultimately just said, I'm going to start a new character and start leveling that up.
That's actually a really good idea because you'll probably have better chance on leveling them up to 20 and then starting them higher than that, you know?
Yeah, that's the other thing is I've gotten so much stuff that I can use to that Titan. Like I've got guns that I can be using. I've already got light armor that I can give him, that I've gotten from other stuff. So
Yeah, I got a legendary chest plate for a hunter, so I was like, I can put that on my hunter once he gets up there too. If I started a hunter, you know.
Yeah, and hunters are badass. They're fun as hell. I like the Titan too, though. I'm having a good time with the Titan. I still prefer the hunter.
I just like the hunter's throwing knife. I miss that from
Yeah,
from what I played in the alpha
awesome.
and the beta. I was like, the throwing knife is like put that in every game, please. Every first-person shooter needs a throwing knife or a tomahawk.
Agreed. I 100% agree with you.
Because when you kill somebody with that shit, it's so gratifying. It's like, yes, even in the story mode, it's like, that's cool. That's cool to me.
It is cool, but in the multiplayer, it's even better.
Yeah.
Especially, you can upgrade your hunter so you have 2 of them, and if you get 2 consecutive kills with it, you really feel like a badass.
That would be awesome. Are those a one-shot kill in the Crucible or no?
No, they'll do about 75% damage, so your second guy has to already be damaged.
Okay.
What I normally do is I start spraying them down with my auto rifle, and then I just start hucking them to see if I can hit them. Because they're hard to hit, you know? They're not Call of Duty easy, I think.
Yeah, Call of Duty, you're bouncing them off of roofs and hitting people with them.
Yeah, those are some funny videos, actually. Speaking of Call of Duty, it's predicted that Activision is shipping 15% less copies of Call of Duty than they did with Call of Duty Ghosts.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Analysts are saying that they're predicting them to sell millions of dollars less this year than last year. And that's after Black Ops. So Call of Duty Ghosts sold less than Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 sold less than Modern Warfare 3. It seems like we're on the slow decline, or maybe quick decline, of Call of Duty at this point. You guys think that Call of Duty's days are numbered here, or do you think this is just people don't know what to expect from this year's Call of Duty? So
I think that's what it is more so than they're numbered. It's no one knows what to expect from it, and a lot of people are going to wait until it comes out and gets reviewed and see how good it is multiplayer wise.
Yeah.
Which I don't see it's going to destroy Titanfall in my eyes. The movement is already killing Titanfall, and
really,
to me, that's the best movement I've seen in a first-person shooter. It's fast.
I disagree with you guys.
It looks
totally.
really good. It looks really good.
I like Titanfall, but I like the whole running aspect. I wish this game had running on walls, but then it would really be called a Titanfall clone, you know?
Yeah.
So they can't do that. If they add that in there, they're going to be ripped on forever for that, you know? So they got to keep it
cool.
And yeah.
The way the momentum worked, like the longer that you stayed off the ground, the faster your character would get going. Like the more you bounced around. That was a really cool mechanic, and like it definitely, the more you played, the better you got at it. In this, it's just gonna, you can double jump. It seems like.
Some of the maps were catered to that. Like they would make a map where the whole map is a wall that you can run on, which is cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
I got a question for you, Briar. You said that you don't agree that the movement is that great. What aspect of the movement would you improve, or what about the movement do you see?
No, compared to Titanfall, you guys said that it looks better than Titanfall. I thought Titanfall's movement was really awesome. I think that Advanced Warfare's movement looks a little more limited, where it looks like it's really just got a double jump and kind of like a boost side-to-side thing, whereas Titanfall had that wall running mechanic that I really dug. It had a double jump and the wall running, which I thought was awesome.
There are different ways to move your character in Advanced Warfare 2. You got this grappling hook, you got air strafing, you got a double jump, but you also have a hover ability. So it's not quite as limited. It may look different, but I think until we actually get our hands on it, we really can't say. But to me, it looks phenomenal. The way that it actually moves around, how fast it is, it looks great to me. As far as Call of Duty Advanced Warfare goes, if you guys heard about the new multiplayer mode, Exo Survival, and if you have, what are your thoughts on it?
Are you talking about the co-op mode?
Yeah, it's a co-op mode. It's a 4-player co-op mode, and it's basically a horde mode where you get together with 3 of your buddies and you take on infinite waves of enemies. And during these waves, unlike the horde mode of Gears of War, you don't get a boss every 10th wave, but you get objective-based missions during each wave. Like one wave, you might actually have a limited amount of ammo. Another wave, you might have 4 turrets that drop in randomly on the map and are trained against you and your teammates. And overcoming objectives get you unlocks that you're able to access in game to improve your exosuit and your gun. And
sounds lame. I'll never play it. honestly. I'll just never touch it. It actually reminds me of the squad mode that they talked about
Spec
last
Ops.
year. Oh,
It
squad.
reminds me of Spec Ops from back in the day from Modern Warfare 3, I think it was in.
Yeah, that sounds exactly like Spec Ops.
Yeah.
Squad mode last year was announced as the co-op mode, and they ended up kind of deking everybody because they didn't talk about that extinction mode at all until about a week before the game got released. So there's some speculation that we don't really know what that co-op mode is going to be. You know, there could be more to it than what we're seeing now. Because last year, what Infinity Ward did is they showed us squad mode about this time, and then a week before the game they showed us extinction mode, which is more like the zombie mode that we were all hoping for. Unfortunately, it didn't turn out to be as good as zombies, but so hopefully we'll see something more that we haven't seen yet for co-op.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. I feel that it's going to have legs, but it's not going to have legs. Like, everyone wants zombies. Everybody loves zombies, and that could be a big reason why they're taking such a hit in sales. Is a lot of people buy Call of Duty for just the zombies. Yeah. I know people that put more hours in zombies than the multiplayer itself. So
yeah, it's a fun mode. There's like a community of YouTube channels just based around zombies. You know?
Oh, hell yeah! And finding all the little bugs, all the things you can do during that, and like Extinction was new, but it wasn't necessarily bad. You know, like I thought it was cool because Extinction had an end. You know, like the more the zombies got drawn in, it ended up having an end to it in the long run. You know, like especially with the earlier or the later version of zombies. Extinction did the same thing, so it's like if you make a mode like that, make an end to it, because if you can't beat it, I don't see the reason of playing it.
Yeah, it's almost like an endless runner. I remember watching a video, there was a series of video where a guy was talking about one topic, and he was showing like level 50, level 52, level 54, and just like endlessly, he just had this train of zombies running in a circle. And he would just pick some off, like, every once in a while when he got to certain spots. It was like the most boring thing to watch. It had to be the most boring thing to do, but he was going for basically like a world record, like how long or which level of zombies he could go to. And at some point, the game just kind of maxes out. Like, we can't put any more zombies out here, so it's not ever going to get harder than it is now.
Yeah, it's not going to be able to draw that amount of zombies because it would break the game. It would crash it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never been a big zombies guy. It's not my thing. I really enjoy playing multiplayer games against like real people. Now that I've discovered how much I like playing Destiny with you guys, though, I can't say that I wouldn't play some zombies either.
Yeah, I think it helps out those kind of modes a lot, playing with friends and people that actually communicate and people you get along with, for that matter, not some schmuck that's going to leave you in the dust and just do his own thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
We should do that one day, guys. Get together and play some zombies.
Oh, I know we can do that. Hook up my Xbox 360.
Have some fucking fun. I think it's the best genre on earth.
I never even played that mobster-based one for Black Ops 2 with like Ray Liotta and all those guys.
Oh yeah.
I never even played that.
You mean with Sarah Michelle Gellar and all that?
No, it's like a. I don't even know what you're talking about right now.
There's one that has Danny Trejo on.
Oh yeah, you're
Sarah
right.
Michelle Gellar. It has
Freddy Krueger, dude.
The guy who played Freddy Krueger.
Oh really?
It's like Left 4 Dead. It's like Left 4 Dead. Yeah, it's like Left 4 Dead, but it's Call of Duty Zombies, and it was really popular. Call of Duty BriarRabbit, you didn't know this?
I don't play zombies. I don't even play. I have still yet to play the single-player campaign on Call of Duty Ghosts, and I probably logged 100 hours into that game.
Hardcore competitive player. Yeah,
that's not why I come to Call of Duty, you know?
Yeah, I feel you. You know, but there is a huge group or a community of people who only go to Call of Duty for like zombies.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I know people who only play zombies or only play the what mode is it on Call of Duty Ghosts? I never played it. Extinction mode. I know people who only play that. People at my job only play Extinction. Mm-hmm. So, you know, but it's good that a game like that can have so many different avenues for gamers, and people gravitate towards one or two or maybe all of them. But me, I'm just competitive with Call of Duty.
That's kind of one of the reasons it's so hard to like kind of kick Call of Duty off the main stage, is because they offer so much value for that $60. You know, The multiplayer, people play that for a year. The zombies, people play that for a year. And they're two separate groups of people. And then you got the campaign that, most people don't play. Oh, I mean, most people do play, but not after like the first month they own the game, It's a lot of value. You got two modes in that game that separate groups of people will play for a year or more. Black Ops 2, people are still playing multiplayer in Black Ops 2 and making videos about it.
Yeah, they're doing really well too. I think this one, it's hard to believe they're shipping less than Ghost, but I think it'll definitely outsell Ghost. People like us, or even people who aren't like us, are looking at this game and it looks great. It looks fast. It looks like it's a lot of fun.
I'm worried about it. I'm not with you. I want it to be good because I love playing Call of Duty, but it doesn't look that good.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I'm getting tired. I'm getting really tired of the whole jumping mechanic in every game. Like you made a video about this is the year of kangaroo jumping shooters.
Yeah.
And I'm fully with you on that. And I'm honest to God tired of it. I'm getting really tired of it. And then you got Halo Collection. That they're all about kangaroo jumping mechanics.
That's where it started, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind it in Destiny
because Call of Duty. It's like man.
Yeah. Like in Destiny, I don't mind it because I feel the heritage is Halo, and that's where that control style comes from. Titanfall didn't bother me because it was kind of this new way of doing stuff in a first-person shooter. But now it just feels like Call of Duty is just kind of. Did I say Call of Duty last time, or did I say Titanfall?
You said
I meant Titanfall. So Call of Duty just feels tacked on because that's not what Call of Duty has been in the past. And I've played so much of that in the last year. It's not like if this was coming out of left field and Destiny wasn't a thing and Titanfall weren't a thing, then that's great. It'd feel fresh and I'd be excited for it. But now it's just but what if I just want my plain old Call of Duty experience, which you'll get because there is going to be a no exosuit playlist. So, I mean, you can still play plain old Call of Duty.
So you can play it without the whole air jumping and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and then there's the loot drop system that's really got me worried. That's more worrisome to me than the
double jump.
Yeah, it's because what happens if I'm playing, you 9 to 5 Gamers and Beastly Gamer, and 9 to 5 Gamers is just blowing us out of the water. I can start shooting him first, and he'll turn around and just blow me out of the water. So I ask him what gun he's using. He tells me this gun. I'm like, oh, I don't have that one yet. And there's no way for me to just get it because it's got to be a loot drop. So, what happens in that,
So that stuff is random, right?
As far as I can tell, yeah, it's random.
Okay. Because, for instance, Battlefield has the same system, but it's not as random as that because you get the gun, but then you level up the gun, and then based off of what you do, you get random stuff for that gun. You could unlock a grip or a scope or whatever it may be, but it's going to be random in that aspect, but you're still going to have the chance to use that gun, which is cool.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling they should do that instead of being so you don't even get the gun and you have to get it in a loot drop. It's kind of asinine.
I think you'll get the basic gun, but you might not get this special variety of the gun that comes automatically equipped with a silencer and has a faster firing rate.
So you don't need
special.
So you don't need to use spots for those because the silencer's already equipped on it, right? I'm assuming that's the way it's going to be.
No, I think it'll still take up a spot, but there's no way to make your say I've got an M16 and you've got an M16, but your M16 has a faster fire rate because it's an exotic version of this gun. There's no way that my M16 can ever fire as fast as your M16 because you've got that exotic version. So you're just always going to kill me faster.
That's crazy.
I don't know. Maybe they found a way to balance that. I mean, the same sort of thing's happening in Destiny right now, and they haven't found a way to balance it. Definitely.
Yeah, that's really a big problem with Destiny. That these weapons, none of them are really the same, and people are still playing and having a good time, even in the Crucible.
Yeah, I will say though that you can pretty much take any of the Shingen variants of the auto rifles and do awesome in the Crucible with it. It doesn't really matter. Iron Banner is going to be a different thing that comes out, I think, October 7th. That's going to be a different thing because now you're doing real damage stats like you would in the P-verse-E. But any of the... Go ahead.
I have a feeling I'm going to like this more than the normal Crucible because it's going to it's going to be like the hardcore mode of the game. You know, like my bullets are going to actually do damage, and it's going to actually take the shield down, and my headshot might actually count for a headshot instead of me shooting a guy in the head 6 times and then it finally counting.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, I don't know how they handled it. I can't remember from playing the beta how exactly they handled it. And everybody was level 7 in that. Like, so, you know, everybody was pretty much equal anyway.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
It'll be crazy to see a person 2 or 3 levels under the max wearing people out because of what they're set up as. So I think that the Iron Banner is going to drive people to upgrade as much as possible to be the best. I mean, but the thing is, once you hit the level cap, everybody's going to be at that level cap.
But then you can. The nice thing about the way Destiny's gear system works from level 1 through 20 is that sometimes I'll get rid of a gear that, like an armor chest plate, that doesn't have as good armor because I really like how it makes my hand cannon reload faster. You know, so I'll just hold on to it because sure my armor isn't as high, but I really like using a hand cannon, so I want to keep that stat. Once you get into the legendary equipment, you're getting that stuff so infrequently that you never make those decisions. You basically take whatever you can. Mm-hmm. For the very first time, I made that decision yesterday on my Hunter because I went over to Xur and I bought and I saw that he had a helmet that allows you to keep your radar up when you're ADSing with your primary weapon, which I'm like, wow, that's a big advantage. You know, like, so I definitely want that. So what I did is I took my exotic chest armor off and put legendary armor on my chest and put a new exotic helmet on my head, and that demoted me from level 27 to 26 until I ranked those pieces of armor up. So that was the very first time I got to make a decision like that post level 20, where I was making decisions like that all the time, level 1 through 20. And I think that's kind of a failing on Destiny's part. Is like I'd like to be making that decision all the time. Like maybe have 3 full sets of armor depending on what I want to do. If I'm playing P versus E, I have an armor set that's set up for that. If I'm playing P versus P, I got an armor set that's set up for I want long range battle, and have another one set up for close range battle, like shotgun auto rifle and scout rifle, sniper rifle, or something like that. You know?
Yeah.
But it's just too hard to get that shit.
Now, these patches that are going to be coming out, what all are they going to change? I know they're going to change the loot system.
Yeah.
It's going to make it so that the depending on what color, Ingram, unique, legendary, you're actually going to get an item in that vein.
Right.
Once it's fabricated. But are they doing other things to equal the playing field in Destiny with these patches?
I don't know. We'll have to see. They're definitely rebalancing the Crucible.
Yeah, they're talking about a bunch of weapons. A bunch of different weapons are getting either nerfed so they're lower or higher tolerance of power or whatever.
For the most part, I agree with what they've been talking about, too. Like the auto rifle, they're not talking about lowering the damage, but they're talking about lowering the range. And that makes a lot of sense because then the scout rifle becomes a viable weapon.
Yeah. And then they were talking about the shotgun, too.
Yeah, and the shotgun, lowering the range on that. Again, that the range on the shotgun is, to me, it's kind of ridiculous. You know, it kills from pretty far away with one shot.
Yeah, it's like having like a muzzle on the shotgun in Battlefield. If you put one of those on, you can literally zone in on with your sniper rifle, get your scope right on it, switch to your shotgun and shoot them, and it's a headshot. It's fucking ridiculous.
Now, I haven't had a chance to try the DLC that's been available for the last few days. I know that you guys have any impressions you want to share?
Are you talking about the Queen's?
Yeah.
Queen's Bounty stuff? It's cool. You get automatic legendaries by completing it, which is nice. When they first released it, if you did it multiple times, you could trade in your legendary armor that you got from doing it and get Ascended Shards.
Yeah,
and
they
get 3 of them per armor. And they X'd that out because that's basically what was allowing people to level up very quickly. We saw within days of that, the Queen's Bounty, we saw our first level 30 on Destiny. And they X'd it out. Which was really pissed me off because it's so hard to find those Ascended Shards.
Yeah, it's bullshit. I have 20,000 glimmer right now. Cause is that the max or is 25,000?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have 20,000 glimmer right now. I have so much glimmer I can rank up all my armor right now. I have 2 ascendant shards. I need 6 per rank up.
Yeah.
I'm like, this shit is stupid, man.
So
Yeah.
more than likely, that'll be patched. More than likely, 9 to 5. You think?
I'd hope so, or else I'm pretty much done playing it.
Because
Or
you
like
said
Briar
you
said, make another character and then start over.
You said it took you 3 hours to get 1 ascendant shard.
Yeah, I was doing you can look up a public event schedule, and it has a timer on it, and then it alerts you on your computer screen and shows you where you should be at what time, no matter what map you're on. Just type in Destiny publicevent.com. That's what it's called, actually. And it shows you can click on the map you're on, and it will show you and it will alert you the time and what area you need to be in. I did that for 3 to 4 hours yesterday. Got 1 ascendant shard. I was like, fuck this game.
Yeah, it's hard. It's really hard to get those. The easiest way that I found to get them is to do a strike mission on level 26, and then you'll get some.
Yeah.
But those missions are hard. Is it level 26 or level 28 actually? It might be 28.
I think it's 20. Yeah, it's 28. It's 28. 26 is the daily or the weekly strike thing.
Yeah, so it's you gotta. I mean, you're gonna spend some time on that strike, and you're probably gonna die, and you might not make it through. Me, Not Too Nerdy, and another one of my subscribers, CT. I think it's CT202. We just couldn't make it because we had 2 warlocks and a hunter. We needed a titan, and Robbie joined up as a titan, and we needed that shield, and we finally got through it with probably after 2 hours, 3 hours. It was tough.
I get making a game where you have to grind to level up. I get that. I'm all about that. But when you make your loot system so fucking broken where it's hard to level up and it's very random, it is very randomized. Like certain things where I usually get ascendant shards and then I do it and I get no ascendant shards. I'm sorry. I'm borderline done with your game.
Yeah.
Well, it frustrated me going for long periods of times doing strikes, going to strike playlists or going to the Crucible. And then you do really well, and you see that you get nothing. To me, that's very frustrating to me. That when you do really well, you're still not rewarded. Sometimes you can do nothing and get the best thing in the whole fucking party, and that's one thing that frustrates me.
Yeah, like some bum in the Crucible doing absolutely nothing on your team, and you get an exotic weapon.
Literally staring at the wall. Like literally.
I wasn't referring to 90% of the people I ever play with. Like, how do you get a good weapon or good armor and you're doing nothing?
Yeah, and then the guy at the top of the playlist gets nothing.
Yeah, that always sucks.
It would be nice if there's some kind of reward for performance.
Being a beast, yeah.
I haven't seen any raids because I'm only level 24.
Yeah.
You guys, I'm pretty sure, have seen it. What are your thoughts on the raid system? And I've heard people say this, that the raid system is going to be that lifeblood that keeps this game relevant, keeps people coming back to it. Is that what you guys think?
I don't know, man. We're 3 weeks out of release, and I still haven't done it yet because I can't get a group of 6 to all join up on a Saturday or Sunday.
Okay, well, I'll be 26 for sure. And that's one more guy you can add. I'll make sure I hit 26 hopefully by the middle of the week.
We should plan that. We should plan to try to do the raid this weekend. I know 2 28s right now that I roll with, on a regular.
Let's do it, because it takes some time. That's the thing, right? So what you don't want is somebody saying, "Yeah, I'll do it," and then an hour into it bailing on you.
You need to literally set aside some time and be like, "I'm getting on, and this is what I'm doing."
Yeah, I mean, I've had strikes with subscribers where they've just bailed, they've just disappeared. I'm like, great, you're we're doing at level 26. I'm a level 26. Those are hard at that point. You can't do them by yourself. You need a group of 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if I'm going to play, I'll make myself available for sure. I don't have any parent telling me to get off the game. I am the parent. Damn it.
Right. No,
So,
the raids. A few guys from work. They play on Xbox. 4 or 5 of them actually, and they went in with their buddies, and they said they got in the front door and died instantly.
Shit.
They said they could not do shit to and one dude, the dude that was talking to me is a 26, and all his buddies are 27s, and they couldn't do anything. But the problem that they have is 3 of them are the same class. They said you have to have a variety of different classes because everyone's technique. Like for instance, Hector said that if I'm a wizard or if I'm a warlock and he's a warlock, if he's using the secondary thing and I'm using the main one, then we're good because you need to have one or the other. And then for the instance, the same thing with the hunter or with the titan. You want to have ones that have the secondary maxed out or the primary maxed out. So
yeah.
So basically, you need 2 groups of each class, 3 of each.
Yeah,
I mean,
in a sense,
two of each class.
That's what a lot of people have said, and they said that's the best way to run it.
Okay.
Because you need people with like the shield bubble, or you need people with all sorts of different grenades. Because depending on the class of warlock you are, you get like a purple grenade or you get a fire grenade, and depending on the shield of the enemy, you break their shield down a lot faster. So there'll be warlocks that will be whipping their grenades, sticking them to the guy, and then as their shield breaks down, you already have to be shooting them. So it takes a lot of like you guys need to work as a team and communicate very, very well in order for it to work, I guess.
See, one thing
crazy.
I can honestly say this. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who feel my pain. One thing that kind of made it easier for me not to play Destiny was the fact that you level up so random that there doesn't seem to be any structure. It's like I feel like if I go in right now and I play for 2 hours, there's a possibility I'll be the same level I'm at. You know,
it's likely. It's likely.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah.
You know, I just feel like if you're putting in effort into a game, putting in time, and you're actually progressing, that you should be rewarded for that progression in a more structured manner rather than just a Rubik's Cube of boxes that spins and then all of a sudden you get something, you know?
I think that's somewhat false because what you're really doing after level 20 is earning Crucible and Vanguard marks.
Yep.
That's how you get the gear you want. I mean, you can hope for the legendary drops. I think you should think of that as a bonus more than like this is how I'm going to earn stuff, because the way you're going to earn stuff is, you'll buy stuff on the weekends from Xur, and that'll be really cool stuff. Keep those strange coins and motes of light for him. But what you're really doing is you're grinding for Crucible points and Vanguard points, marks.
Because that's the way you're going to get all the guns and stuff that you really want to use. Because a lot of the guns and a lot of the drops you find aren't worth a shit, and you just break them down. Like I have 198 weapon parts, and I think I have the weird chandelier white-looking thing that you need for armor. I think I have like damn near 200 of those too.
Yeah.
So it's like I have no need for the items that I find.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But when I buy something, I'm like doing research about it. Like, all right,
let me Google this gun real quick and see if
I got 160 Vanguard marks. Am I gonna buy this gun or this gun? Like I want to make sure I'm spending those wisely because it took me 20 hours to earn those.
That was my biggest problem with you asking about the Queens thing, Beastly. The biggest problem I had with that was I have double the amount of hours of some of the people that I've played with. And they got the Queen armor, and they're like a rank behind me now. I'm like, how the fuck does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like I put in triple the time that you've put in the game just because this Queen thing's out. You're right up there with me now.
Yeah, that armor was good too. Like it did some cool stuff. Like melee attacks. Like that's what everybody's always looking for is the armor that gives you a quicker melee attack, and that it was there.
Well, that's the thing that you kind of.
First time
that's the thing, 9 to 5. That's what can kind of deflate a gamer, knowing that you put in twice as much time.
Oh yeah.
And then you look at a guy who just basically got started compared to you, and they have better shit or equal to you, and you're like, what the hell am I doing? That's one thing.
Like, my buddy at work, he goes, yeah, I'm a 26 already. This is when I was just turned to 27. I just turned to 27. I'm like, how the fuck are you a 26? You got like not even 20 hours in the game. Meanwhile, I had like 68 hours in the game.
Yeah, but you know what? Like now you know, and he can talk to you about how to level up faster. Like it took me 4 hours to get to level 9. It took me, I bet, 10 hours to get to level 9 last time because I wasn't doing bounties. I wasn't, I didn't know exactly how to level up quickly, and I'm sure it's going to be the same. I bet if we're playing this game, if we come back to this game September 2015, like it's going to be a completely different way of leveling up.
Oh yeah, because I'm sure the level cap will change.
Yeah.
I was stuck on stupid till I hit level 20. I wasn't doing any bounties, just going out, going out to the world, doing missions, doing strikes with my wife, and I really I hadn't grasped how deep it was as far as the things you can do to add to those experience points. But yeah, once you finally get your head around it, you can do one thing and get triple the amount of experience that you would have initially going in with limited information. So yeah, I think when I do pick another character, probably a Titan, I'll probably have more fun with it because now I feel like, damn it, I wasted all this time, just leveling up as slow as possible when I could. If I had learned more, if I spent more time and invested more time learning the way that this game is set up, I could have been here a long time ago.
Yeah, I agree. If you knew then what you know now, right? That's true about everything. And Bungie was very, very quiet about how to do certain stuff, so we had to figure it out for ourselves. So now going back through, it's much easier and it's much faster. Like if you're doing something in that game and you're not doing a bounty with it, then you're basically wasting your time.
Yep.
Like if you're not, don't do it.
You should select a bounty right away, and if you don't do that, you should automatically be playing the Crucible or trying to get Vanguard marks.
Yeah, or looking at the left side of the screen and finding out what they're giving extra stuff for.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's tough. And then once you get there, there's not a whole lot there. There's the raid, and that's about it. So we really need more in-game content. I said that really bad. End-game content.
Content.
What about out-of-game content? Yeah. So basically, at the rate that the DLC is being released right now, you don't think it's enough to realistically keep players invested, unless they increase the amount of DLC at a time, maybe. Of course. Go ahead.
No. Finish what you're saying. Go ahead.
The Queen's Wrath is a new story, or a new part of the actual campaign of the game.
No, it's not.
It's not?
No.
You're playing the same missions again.
Really?
Just select it at a different level. It's at a different level.
Like heroic mode?
Exact shit.
Yeah.
Damn it.
The problem that I see Destiny having is their first DLC launches in November, and their second DLC launches in May. The biggest problem to me is, guess what? I'm not playing fucking Destiny in November. There's no way I'm putting Destiny in my fucking console in November.
I'll be all over it.
There's too many fucking games to play.
He said I'll be all over it.
I'm going to be all over it. I can't wait. To me, Destiny is still grabbing me because those harder missions, when you get into those really hard missions, it is very compelling. Like the actual mechanic of playing the game with two friends on a strike mission and really having to strategize, like where exactly is this shield going to get laid down? Who's going to use a super at what time? Like we have to work together or we're not going to make it. That is super compelling. And I can replay it over and over again because it's different every time based on what happens, like what goes wrong and what goes right. So I don't know that I'll play straight through to November. I mean, it depends on what comes out. I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to Shadows of Mordor, so I'm going to be playing that. And that's not because I'm hating on Destiny. It's because I really want to play Shadows of Mordor.
You said that for a while, though, so we know that the excitement you have for that game.
Yeah, so, but I do know that, like, I really enjoy this game, and I can tell you that it wouldn't be the same if it was a single-player game. If this was a single-player game, I probably would have put it down by now. It's the multiplayer aspect of, like, really trying to coordinate these strikes with friends.
I'm in a uniquely awkward position with Destiny because I have to go back and forth with PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 4, and of course the experience mirrors one another, but who I play with changes as well.
Yeah.
And so a majority of the time that I'm playing now, if you guys aren't on, I'm playing with my wife. She's playing right now as we speak.
Yeah.
And right before we started the show, she came out and she said, I need you to help me do this Queen's Wrath mission when you get done with the show. And I was like, okay, fine.
Damn, I was going to ask you if you wanted to get on with me.
we'll see. But we went to do the weekly mission or the weekly quest last week, and it was level 26.
Yeah.
And we got our asses handed to us for 2 hours. I think I may have mentioned it to you guys.
Yeah. Did you ever beat it?
No, I got whooped so bad I really didn't even go back. I was like, let's just go do a fucking strike playlist, because every time we got in there together, we got destroyed. There's like a third wave. Once the third wave starts, all these warlocks come out. It's like 3 or 4.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And they just let you have it. And so we were standing back by the entrance door, and then some more guys are coming down the stairs toward us, and it was just anarchy. We got fucked.
It was just the two of you? You didn't have a third person?
Yeah, and see, one guy joined us, and then as soon as that third wave came, he left.
Bounced out.
Left. And so, I mean, I'm not the kind of gamer to say, damn it, we got to play something else, but it got to the point where I come to the slow realization that we're not going to be able to beat this shit.
Yeah, you're not used to seeing that in video games. Usually, if you work hard enough, you'll get it.
And so, I mean, she was the first one to say it because, the way she is, she's very humble. She said, babe, I don't want you to waste your time. We could be playing something else. I don't think we're going to be able to do it. I'm the beastly gamer. I said, man, fuck that. We about to do this shit. An hour later,
don't call me the beastly gamer because I give up.
Hell yeah. An hour later, here we go. We're still getting our asses chewed. I looked at her with a face of dismay, and I said, well, it's probably time that we quit. And I haven't gone back to that.
Brett's punching the fucking wall.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I got my ass kicked and handed to me, and like that scares me.
Yeah.
It's like I don't want to go back there unless I have people who are willing to tough it out and fight and stay. And it was just it deflated me to a degree, And so I'm in the mindset. You gotta
have the right classes. You gotta have a Titan on that mission because the Titan.
And we didn't.
Yep.
The Titan is shielding you from all those wizards, all those like projectiles, and you're getting extra health by hanging out inside that shield.
Spear, okay. Yeah. See, we didn't know that. The guy who joined us was like me. He was a warlock. Kate's a hunter.
Yeah.
And it was super deflating. I was like, Jesus, this is insane. And I haven't gone back to it. It's like, I don't want to just join in with you guys and do that mission and have it under my belt, and she doesn't. So I was like, I think I mentioned last week having one of you guys play that part with her to help her get it done.
Yeah, I thought you were going to join her on the PS4, though. I was waiting for you.
Yeah, I think we did 1 or 2 games on the PS3 last week, and I may have jumped right onto Minecraft. But but this week I think I'm going to play some Destiny and get myself back into the mode and level up to where you guys are. You guys are what, like 28, 29?
I'm 27. 27?
Okay. Well, I think I might be able to, if I get lucky, 27 in an hour. Say what now? 95? Did we lose 95?
No, I'm here. Okay. I don't know what my shit's doing. I don't know what it's doing.
I just got a delay, I think, all of a sudden.
It's all good.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah, it's just not very often that I play a game that really, really, the difficulty makes you feel it. And I understand totally what you said earlier, Briar, that going back, even doing these same missions on a higher level, is almost like a totally new experience. Because, playing it on the original default setting, just regular standard, you go in there and you feel powerful over these enemies, and you're raining down hail of gunfire, and everybody's falling flat, and you feel powerful. But when you hit a level like 26 and you're only 24, you feel terrified. These fucking guys come around the corner, and it's like the AI is really smart.
I've walked into enemies that I literally can't damage. I can fire the best guns I have at them, and it does no damage.
Yeah. And this particular weekly mission that they had up, the level 26, the AI dramatically changes through each wave. Because the second wave, there's 2 warlocks, and they kind of hide from you. They'll stay like in the back, and once you get a few shots, they'll run off to the side and slide and hide somewhere. But the third wave, they come out with bandanas on, and they come straight after you, man. And so
he said they got teardrop tattoos.
When I saw that, I was like, wow, this has really great AI design, the way that they're designed.
Yeah, the AI is good. That's what. I don't want to talk about Destiny all night. So
well, we had a slow week of news. Hyrule Warriors is now. We can talk about Hyrule Warriors. You got that, Justin?
I would have bought it, but I hate Dynasty Warriors. Like, if you're a Dynasty Warriors fan and a Zelda fan, it's the best of both worlds. But Dynasty Warriors is like, tap this button forever. Fuck that. I'm good. I don't want that. I want a combo. Like, it does have a combo system. It's not that drawn out. It's not that spectacular. Plus, I'm not buying that game when Shadows of Mordor comes out on Tuesday. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Because one of them's going to be collecting dust, and it's more than likely going to be Hyrule Warriors.
I'm really excited for Shadows of Mordor. I've been hearing nothing but good from the game press about that ever since E3, and now we're starting to see reviews hit, and people are talking about this game.
I got a question for you real quick. Do you have a feeling that this is because there's no hype around this damn game? Like, the game was kind of not hyped. Like, through the company itself. They didn't hype this game up. They didn't bring out a big fucking elaborate advertisement for the game and all this shit. And then, like, for a game like Destiny, the hype could have killed that game.
Oh, the hype was real, yeah.
You
I don't know,
and then,
I'm hearing about, people just, standing at the E3 booth for an hour because they're just so engrossed by the game, that is good news. That is real good news. Games journalists doing that. And they keep talking about this nemesis system where the enemies remember you, and
if they kill you, the next time you come through and you encounter them again, they remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they talk shit.
Yeah. And I heard one guy talking on the Joystick podcast about he shot a guy, one of the nemesis guys, in the head with an arrow and thought he killed him. And he remembers his helmet bouncing off. But it turns out, I think you got to do some kind of finishing move to actually kill the guys, and he couldn't get there to do it because of the minions. So he had to run away or chase another guy. So later in the game, he saw that same guy, and the guy didn't have his helmet anymore, and he talked about that previous encounter. And I thought, man, that is cool. Why haven't games done this forever? That would be really cool.
You know, it'd be super cool if dude was came out and started making your mama jokes to him. Like, hey, I just dropped your mom off.
That's not cool at all.
It'd be so funny. Oh, man.
Yeah, I personally haven't been into the Lord of the Rings saga in quite some years, but this game looks like a hell of a lot of fun. I'll probably end up picking it up myself.
I don't think you need to be into the lore.
Yeah, well, it adds to the lore. I know what's going on in the world of the Lord of the Rings. But I just haven't been into the Hobbit movies and all that stuff like a lot of fans. But this looks like a genuinely fun gaming experience, and that's what I'm all about.
Yeah.
It looks like it's taking kind of like the Batman Arkham series fight style to the next level almost.
Yeah.
It has elements of Assassin's Creed, the way you move and the way you jump, and the parkour elements. It has really smart AI. On some level, you're able to control enemies and make them go against each other. I mean, it has a lot of good stuff, so I'll probably end up picking it up myself.
Yeah, this is a day one for me. I can't wait for it.
And day two, I'll be back on Minecraft.
I think I might do a Let's Play or something for it too, because I think it's a game that would allow me. I was thinking about doing a Let's Play for Destiny, but you're just gonna watch me replay the same mission 8 times.
Over and over.
You remember this map?
Maybe not.
You remember
I
this
have seen
map?
Let's Plays for it, but when do you end that Let's Play?
I'd only do a Let's Play on a new area. If it was actually a legit new area, I would Let's Play that and then stop and then do that.
I did the Crota Sword one because I thought the Crota Sword mission was so cool.
Yeah, that was a sick mission. That mission was awesome.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there wasn't much else like that.
Yeah, and I remember right when you made that video and we were talking about it, and you were like, this got me so excited. I want to see more stuff like this. And at that point, you hadn't gotten so far into the game to realize that that's the only side, the only sidestep from the traditional gameplay. And I was hoping personally that would permeate further into the game as well, because it just felt so different, but it worked so well.
I hope they do more stuff like that with DLC and stuff in the future.
And then the game ended.
Yeah. The way, oh god, anybody ever talk about that yet? I didn't even know.
Final boss?
Yeah, I didn't even know I beat the game. I ended up back at the star map, and I was like, well, there's nothing else showing up. Where do I go? And so I went to the tower, and Kate was like, what's going on? I said, I don't know. So I went back out, and she said, what's that at the bottom of the screen? And I went down and said, credits. And I hear Paul McCartney. I'm like, what the hell? I mean, the game didn't even say congratulations or anything.
When the Paul McCartney comes on the radio, it's game over.
Game over.
Indisputable truth of life.
Mm-hmm.
You guys getting excited for Super Smash Brothers? That's coming out soon, isn't it? Next week, isn't it?
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Friday.
The 3DS version, I think both of my boys want it, so I'll probably be getting it for them.
Yeah.
And I'll keep
I
them
thought
busy.
you were hyped for this game. You played the demo and you were all over it.
I am. I'm excited about it, but for me, the real experience is going to come from the Wii U with that GameCube controller.
Yes, you're absolutely correct.
I have my Wii U on layaway. I'm sorry, guys, I had to put it on layaway. I'll have it in a week or two. I'm the real black guy on the show. I gotta do things.
I was thinking it. I was like, ooh, stereotype.
I walked into McDonald's and said, "You guys have a layaway program?" No,
I was like a 20 piece, but I want to pay for it on Friday.
Can I get just one rib?
Yeah, hell yeah. So
that was from a movie, I didn't just.
No, you were talking about Pookie from New Jack City. See, I'm a real black man. I even knew his name. But I think the 3DS version is fun. But the thing for me is learning a whole new control scheme for a game that I know so well.
The buttons are completely remappable.
But it's still the GameCube controller for me is Smash Brothers. It may be hard to understand for somebody who doesn't play.
No, I understand.
Playing with like the pro.
How long did you play on the 3DS for? Because my hand was fucking cramped up so bad, dude. I was like, I can't do this, man. It's a great game, but I need a controller.
I gave it about a half an hour. Then I let Nova play it, and my boys are playing on theirs. I don't like to get too into like demos. I prefer to like play the entire. Yeah. I saw the game. I think it looks good. I think it sounds good. I think it moves well. But the way that the control was mapped out during the demo, I was like, it didn't feel quite as intuitive as I like. But for me, the real Smash Brothers experience is going to come from the Wii U with that GameCube controller. Hopefully, it's faster than Brawl.
Hey, Brawl was like, the release date's the 21st. From a lot of people are saying, like, I don't know if you know, like Amazon leaked the box art and they leaked the actual release day of the 21st, and they also showed there's a new GameCube controller that this company's making, and the release date on that is also the 21st, and it said will be out, like in parentheses on the bottom, it said it will be out the release Smash Bros. So I thought they're gonna announce that it's gonna be November.
Awesome. Well, I'll be able to kick your ass. Make sure you put it on your channel, buddy.
Look at that face. He's shocked right now. Look
yes, at him. Totally shocked. It's all good, 95.
Oh, he started moving again. You locked up there for a second.
I said don't worry, 95. I didn't hear him. Hey, man, I'm supposed to be the one with internet problems.
I was saying that Smash Brothers is coming.
I said, don't worry, I'll kick your ass, but you gotta promise me to put it on your channel. Is somebody using your
I will for sure. I'm not all. They're stealing it. The neighborhood. No, yeah. I'm not worried. I'm fine with posting ass whoopings. I'm perfectly okay with that.
Yeah, I've done it too.
Good. Yeah.
I have gotten my ass royally kicked. I've been so happy about it that I posted it on the internet.
Have you guys been downloading everything that's free with PlayStation Plus over the last few months? Just a quick question.
No, I can't keep up, man. Like I'd have to spend all my day every day downloading shit. It seems like.
Look, there's a game. There's a game. It's a fighting game that I wanted to see if you guys wanted to play with me.
What is it?
Called Skullgirls. Skullgirls.
That's free right now?
Yes, it's free. And it's awesome. And I forget her name now, but the woman who composed all the music for Castlevania Symphony of the Night, she actually made the music for this game. And so when I was reading up on that, I said, shit, let me download that. Game sounds awesome, plays awesome. It's Street Fighter style, so if you guys ever played Street Fighter, which of course we all have, and you want to play a game that we can all play for free, and maybe make some videos on it, maybe spend an hour or two learning some of these characters and some of the moves, I'm all up for it. But yeah, my PS3 is almost filled with PS3 games from PlayStation Plus. I'm trying to figure out what the hell I'm going to do. I'm going to have to upgrade to a terabyte or something because all the games are giving people, it's ridiculous how many games. I got 20. I think I got like 20 or 22 games on my PS4 that I never paid anything for other than just having PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
I mentioned that at work last week, and a buddy of mine, he said, "How many games you got on a PS4?" And I said, "Like 30 games." And I only paid for like 8 of them. So PlayStation Plus is awesome. But yeah, Skullgirls, Kate and I played it a little bit. I like it. It feels kind of like the Guilty Gear type or Street Fighter type experience. So if you guys want to download that and play with me, tweet it out.
It looks kind of like Blaze Blue, kind of like the art style.
Yeah, it is. These characters are over the top too, you know, and they're all chicks.
I'll definitely set that up to download. How long did it take you to download?
Like maybe 30 minutes, maybe.
Okay, so it's not that bad either. Cool.
No, it's a pretty small title, but yeah, it's a lot of fun.
All right, guys, I got some dumb questions today.
No.
Yeah, dumb questions. So do you have any more news you want to talk about today before we get to stupid stuff?
Oh, Silent Hills is an exclusive PS4 game, which is fucking awesome.
I didn't know that. It's not coming to Xbox at all, huh?
Nope. They announced that at TGS.
Really?
Kojima announced it, supposedly.
Oh, and on the Silent Hills topic, segue, in Metal Gear Solid...
I know what you're about to say.
You can actually use the demonic girl from PT or Silent Hills as a decoy for Solid Snake. He has this little disc. He'll throw it out, and she'll pop up and scare the shit out of people. People pull their guns out on her. They approach her, and you can come around from the back and flank people and kill them, and it looked really awesome. And she moves and flies away the exact same way she does in the PT trailer. I just think that was really awesome little addition that Kojima added, you know, to kind of nudge his other title that's going on. I think the game's going to be awesome, but it looks really good.
Did you guys finish PT?
Yeah, I did.
I got to a certain point, and then there were so many videos out there that I was like, I'm gonna watch a video real quick, and I did too.
I watched the Let's Play like I'm done.
I was like, all right, cool.
I was trying to watch Not Too Nerdies, but he never finished it. I was pissed.
And you're gonna have a dog in Metal Gear 2 as like your companion or whatever. So you're gonna get a dog, like some wolf or whatever.
Gonna die at the end.
I can see it.
Well, when Hideo Kojima first saw Rockstar's Grand Theft Auto 5, he was actually depressed. He made a comment, and they quoted him. He was saying that after seeing the level of detail and the things you can do in the world of Grand Theft Auto 5, he felt really bad for his Metal Gear game. And I
think that's him fucking with their minds.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I think he's saying that just to fuck with them, because that game looks phenomenal. It runs amazing. Some of the animations when he's climbing up the wall and he like shakes his hand off with the dust and then he grabs it back on. Those animations are sick, like Division type animations.
Yeah, it's one of the best looking games I've ever seen. It's not out yet, so I can't really judge it yet. But the amount of things I've seen so far that Snake's able to do is mind-boggling, and it's all pertinent to the experience. So it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to play it, man.
Yeah.
So you got for the first time ever ghosts in a Metal Gear game, and that shit looks really fucking scary, to be honest. It really does. She looks the same way she does in the demo. And
have you ever done like a Slenderman video or you did a Slenderman video, but like ever done like just you playing it with the camera facing you? Because you like the horror games.
I love horror games. It might be a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be something I do. I might go ahead and do some more Slenderman on PS3 with some.
Yeah. What's that PS4 game that's Outlast?
Yeah.
Yeah, that game's popular.
Have you played that, Brian?
Yeah, man, it almost gave me a heart attack. I turned off my PS4 and never played it again. I literally was having like an adrenaline rush going, and I'm like, this sucks. This is not why I came.
9 to 5 made the best fucking video about that game.
I turned off my fucking PlayStation in the video. I was like, fuck this. No, and the thing that gets me the most is like when I play a game like that, I want to play it like with headphones on to get like the full immersive effect of it, and I can't fucking play the games like that, so I don't know why I put myself through that shit. It's like I'd be better off putting the game on mute and trying to play it.
Yeah, I probably would be too. Yeah, like I don't know, my body like responds to it, and I'm not happy while I'm doing it, so I don't want to do it.
Well, like me when it comes to games like Outlast or Amnesia or Slender, I really like to immerse myself in that experience, so I will turn off all the lights in here. I won't do the headphone thing because other people are watching and wanting to experience it with me, but I'll turn everything off. I'll have everything as dark as possible and kind of get into it. But for people like you guys, turn on all the lights, pour Skittles all around the living room, and have the kids sitting with you guys singing magical songs and play.
I'm gonna go watch Sound of Music instead.
Yeah. But yeah, I really get into those type of scary experiences. I'm really excited for Silent Hill though. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Once Silent Hill comes out, I'm gonna buy that game just to torture everyone that comes over to my house. So like everyone that comes over, I'm be like, hey, I want to make a video of you playing this game real quick, and I'll film them play the game just to scare the shit out of them. Like I want to get my mom, I want to get so bad with the game like that.
Just people screaming. That'd be a good idea. Yeah. I'd watch that video. Reacting to Silent Hill.
I totally agree with you, 9to5, about that Fox engine, man. That Fox engine is not.
Oh, it looks phenomenal.
Jeez, my older brother Joe, he came over here last week, and I was going to show him, one of the newer games I got, Destiny and stuff. And then I started PT. And of course, the way they set it up, you have no idea. My brother's a gamer. Well, he used to be till he got married, and he knows Silent Hill really well. And at one point during the demo, he said, "God, this reminds me of like a really creepy Silent Hill." He actually said it. But when I started the demo, he thought for the first minute he was watching a cutscene. He really thought it was a cutscene. That's
what everybody says that I show that game to. They're like, "This shit looks real." I'm like, "No, I'm actually controlling this, dude."
Yeah. Yeah, from the moment you lay on the ground and that big cockroach from the ghetto walks by, and and you stand up and you go through the door. I went through the door and he was listening to the music and stuff, and then he said, "So what is the game? Let me see the game." I said, "What do you mean?" He was like, "I want to see the game. I don't want to go through the story. Tell me what's going on with the game." And I made the character spin all the way around. His jaw dropped. He said, "I can't believe it." He said, "Yeah, I'm gonna have to get me a PS4 just for this. This type of game, something that looks this real." I think it's awesome.
Not to mention, your wife could watch it with you and she'll fucking get scared too, Like, say she might not want you to play video games, you play some shit like that, she's going to watch it because it's like watching a scary movie.
She was right there with me when I first played it. She was online trying to figure out what the hell I was doing wrong. First time I played it, it took me like, 4 hours to beat it. I was like, Jesus. But the thing about PT is it's almost random the way you beat it because what works for one person won't work for another person.
Yeah, it seems to be that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, what you see someone do, if you try the same thing, the game says, "Fuck you, try again."
Yeah, it does seem a little bit random.
Yeah, I think that they really built it that way to keep you in the environment as long as possible.
Yeah, not to mention, if you know the timing of it, you're going to know exactly when shit's going to jump out at you. If you move this way or you move that way, it's going to play differently, and the jump scares are going to come at different times.
I got a quick question about PT. I know. Did you guys actually? Well, Briar, I know you watched the Let's Play.
Mm-hmm.
To me, the scariest part of that entire experience, it wasn't like in the red refrigerator or anything crazy like that. It was the moment where the chandelier or piece of glass fell by the front door, and you go to investigate what the hell fell, and you look up at the balcony, and there's a dead girl.
The dude. The girl.
It's a girl. She's standing there looking at you with this creepy-ass grin. I mean, she's smiling at you. She has a grin. I said green. She's smiling at you all crazy, and then after about 10 seconds, she just steps back into the darkness. I was like, this game is fucking bullshit. The first time I played it, it had me all jacked up, man.
The thing that got me was the same thing that got my wife was when they said, "There's something behind you. Look behind," or it says, "Look behind you," and you look behind you, and that bitch jumps out at you.
Yeah,
that got me the worst, man.
It looks like Mr. Rabbit's ready to ask his insane question.
You want some insane questions?
Yes.
They're not insane. So I did a little something different this year. Instead of doing one question that everybody's going to answer, I've got 5 questions for each of you.
Shit.
And they're going to be lightning round. So I want your first reaction, right? I want the first thing that pops out. Like, just say it.
Okay.
Okay?
This is going to be fucking ridiculous.
Who wants to go first?
Let 9 to 5
I'll go.
This is my first time. Like, I've never done this before, so it might not be that ridiculous. It's just,
So how do you want to do this? You're going to ask a question, and he answers it, and I answer it immediately after him?
No. I'm going to, if 9 to 5 is going first, I'm going to ask him 5 questions.
Okay.
And he's going to answer them with the first thing that comes to his mind, and I'm going to go right on to the next question. No elaboration, no follow-up questions. We're just going. Okay. Maybe once he's done, I might have some more questions.
Damn.
Like, wait, 1 second. Back to that third question.
Brief follow-up to question 3, line item 1. All right, so let's start with 9 to 5. All right, best system of all time. What is it?
Super NES.
Better developer, Infinity Ward or DICE?
Oh, fuck. Infinity Ward.
Would you rather have Battlefield 5 developed by Treyarch or Call of Duty Advanced Warfare developed by DICE?
Shit.
Ooh, shit.
Shit. Battlefield made by Treyarch.
Worst game you ever bought?
Worst game I ever bought. Thief.
Hockey or football?
Hockey.
Hockey. The Canadian comes out. Those are good answers. That was it. That was the whole thing.
I likes that. That was nice.
So
That was really good. Yeah, I like that.
You would go with Infinity Ward over DICE, even though you prefer Battlefield
because
over Call of Duty.
Because Infinity Ward is they're beasts. Whether you like it or not, they are beasts at what they do. And if they made a Battlefield, it would be fucking ridiculous.
The netcode would be good, I bet.
Yeah, that too. They wouldn't have any fucking server problems, that's for sure.
Yeah. And you'd rather have Battlefield 5 developed by Treyarch?
Yes.
That would be cool.
Because you didn't give me a choice of Infinity Ward. I would have picked Infinity Ward.
Over Treyarch. You like Infinity Ward better than Treyarch?
I like Infinity Ward because, to me, they made the best Call of Duty ever made, and that's the first Modern Warfare.
They make a tighter game. I think Treyarch might make a more fun game, like kind of more
let loose kind of experience.
Yeah, I like the more like military, realistic, as realistic as you can get. I like Modern Warfare 1 the most, or Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, or whatever you want to call it.
Well, you probably love Arma.
I would love Arma if it was on a console. I want to play it with a controller really bad, and you can't really play. Arma's so simulated that you can't play it with a controller because you use like every button on your fucking keyboard for something.
So
I'm gonna pull out my binoculars.
You can walk around for 20 minutes and never see anybody.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's just not okay for me.
It's too simulated. Like it's even like people complain about Battlefield. You want to play some shit that's boring? Play that.
Yeah. All right, Beasley, you ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, first reactions. Just say the first thing that comes out to your mind. Greatest game of all time.
Castlevania.
Are you a PlayStation fanboy?
Yes.
What's more important, gameplay or story?
Gameplay.
Role-playing games or fighting games?
Role-playing games.
Would you give me one of your children today for a copy of Last of Us 2?
Shit!
You don't really have to answer that. We already know the answer.
How you gonna make some questions tailored for me?
That was super tailored. That was tailored to the point of where he really knows you. He said, "Are you a PlayStation fan?"
Yes. I was wondering what he would say.
Oh,
I was wondering what his answer would be.
Yes.
Castlevania Symphony of the Night, you said, for best game?
I didn't have time.
That's crazy. No, I was gonna say I'll give you that because there's.
You went with gameplay over story. I think you're right about that. And you went RPGs over fighting games. I was actually surprised. I thought you might go fighting games.
Well, fighting games
depends
now.
Depends on RPG and depends on the fighting game.
You know, fighting games for me are what they used to be. I mean, we got some really awesome fighting games coming out now, but I'm not 15 anymore. I really don't have the time to learn all these specific movesets for each character.
That's a good point, yeah.
For me, it would be easier to just go and play a RPG where you learn everything once and you become good at it rather than you got 30 characters all with different movesets and you want to learn this and you take time. We're not kids anymore. I can't really do that anymore. So
yeah, couch multiplayer doesn't happen a whole lot anymore either.
I think it's making a resurgence, to be honest.
Yeah.
Beastly, you can't use that excuse when I handle you in Smash Brothers. I just want to put that out there. You can't say I ain't got time for this. I don't have time for this.
I don't have to. I'm already a Smash Brothers guy. I don't need to shit. Now, and
No,
yeah,
I will get my.
Also, if I get an early copy of Last of Us 2, I'll take Nova.
Can't have Nova. You can have my biggest son. You can have Brett.
Can you do some yard work for me? I got plenty of that around. I'll take it.
He's 6 foot tall. He's 13. Yeah, he go there, pluck trees and all kinds of shit.
I need a gutter cleaner too because I'm afraid of heights.
Yeah, he'll take care of it for you. The Last of Us 2. That'd be fucking great. Brett, get your bag, son.
Get your bag, son. Oh, that's
right,
awesome.
I got
what are your questions?
I don't have to do it because
He made it.
I made them up.
That's trickery right there.
Can I tell you guys the one I made for Not Too Nerdy?
Yeah.
All right.
He can answer it in the comments when he watches this.
What's that? He watches this?
No, I said he can answer it in the comments when he watches it.
All right. So for Not Too Nerdy, I did favorite game ever. What is your most prized video game possession? Because he's a collector. What item would be your holy grail of video game collecting? What's the worst purchase you ever made in gaming? And when's the PC version of GTA 5 coming out? You see what I did there?
He should have been here.
You see what I did there?
You want to hear Robbie's?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm sure it's all Call of Duty or PlayStation.
Best controller of all time. What is your favorite moment in video game ever? Will we be playing Destiny in September 2015? Tim Hortons or Starbucks? And maple syrup or hockey?
That's a good one. That's a good one. Maple syrup.
Damn it.
Oh, that's funny.
So hopefully
Did you see that Final Fantasy video?
No. Is that Final Fantasy 15?
15. Yeah, it looks amazing. It looks ridiculous. They're like driving in a car and they hop out and fight some ridiculous monster.
It's set in like current day, right?
Yeah. To an extent. I don't know if you consider it current day. They got cars, so.
Is it like a Taurus or is it like a?
I don't know. It looks like some shit out of Back to the Future, so I guess.
Number 3.
Oh my god.
Oh, that looks good.
Oh my god.
All right, guys, let's wrap this one up. I think we're all done. I'm gonna go play some Destiny.
No, you got to answer at least 2 of these questions. Now look at our notes and answer.
What gaming company is better, Sony or Microsoft?
Oh shit!
No time.
I'm gonna go Sony. But if I could have time to clarify, okay, I won't. Okay, if you could only play one, which would you play? Titanfall 2 or Destiny 2? Destiny 2.
He's a Titan. I can only come up with 2. Damn it.
I would go with Destiny 2 just because there's just so much more to it. I'm looking forward to Titanfall 2, don't get me wrong. I'm hoping that both of those games expand on the universes which they created, though.
Yeah,
I don't think there's going to be a Destiny 2.
They need to build on what they have. If they build on what they have, they'll do great.
Yeah,
I
agree
do not think that they're going to have a Destiny 2. I just, for some reason, that I'm not seeing it. I think that Bungie's plan is to expand on the universe they've already created. I think that they're going to have updates and DLC and patches, and in the coming years, Destiny's going to become this, what everybody kind of thought it would be, like this Mass Effect open world multiplayer type of experience. It's alive and breathing.
Mm-hmm.
I think I think that with all the customers who have bought Destiny, to experience that universe, to create a Destiny 2 is going to alienate the people who are in the universe of Destiny 1, and I think that's going to kind of fly in the face of what they're trying to create. I think they're trying to create this universe where you can get on, you can find your friends, and if they segregate the gamers by creating a Destiny 2, I think that's going to be more of a hindrance than a help. I think they're going to maybe create a Destiny type patch or update that'll create Destiny 2 on the Destiny 1 game that already exists.
I think we'll see Destiny 2, like a full retail release of Destiny 2 in 2017. I think they're not gonna leave that money on the table. They want, a full $60 product out there, and they're gonna want to just.
I don't know,
refresh.
bro. I mean, look at the DLC they're selling now. For every 2 DLCs that they release, they're getting, $60 right there. Mm. So if they continue to make DLC, what's the purpose of creating a whole new game for $60 and segregating the gamers rather than
because every DLC is sells worse than the DLC before it, and eventually Destiny will hit a point where it's not worth it for them to keep creating DLC for a game that nobody's playing anymore.
Well, I think
at some point it'll get there.
I think time will be the deciding factor there, because some games like World of Warcraft have DLC that come out and do really well. I guess over the next few years, if the DLC that they release really adds to the experience and really revitalizes the world and makes the game more in tune with what the consumer's vision was as well as what their vision was, then DLC will be more prevalent and probably do really well in Destiny. Now, if they create DLC that you play for 6 hours, 10 hours, and you're right back to where you were with no other reason to jump back in, yeah, the DLC will gradually decline. But if they're able to make DLC that really breathes new life into Destiny, I think that's a good possibility.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
One thing that a lot of people didn't notice either is, you notice when you have that Queen mission, it says 1 of 10. So there will be 10 more people around the map like that you'll be able to do missions for.
Wow.
Because like the Queen mission, I thought it would only allow me to do 10 of the Queen mission, but the number never changes. It's just 1 of 10, and that's how it stays. So there is going to be 10 more people that have missions. Granted, it is going to be on the same map we're playing on right now, more likely, which kind of...
I think it happened again.
Hey, I also got a request for Bungie. Like, make that Xur guy show up in the same spot. I looked for that fucker for like 10 minutes yesterday. I couldn't find him anywhere. I knew he was around somewhere, but I couldn't find him. He's hiding like way in the corner. Dude's all dressed in black like a goddamn ninja hiding in the corner. He's a goddamn bushwookie.
He said a brother can't run to the restroom and come back to the spot.
Come on, man. Like, why you gotta hide? What gaming company? So you asked me what gaming company is better, Sony or Microsoft. That was hard because if you asked me if you had worded that any differently, I probably would have said Microsoft, because the only thing that Sony does better than Microsoft is gaming.
I think that's what matters the most.
Well, to us, yeah. All right, guys, let's wrap this one up. Thanks for watching. Anybody want to talk about what they got coming up next week?
I think I want to make some of the Last of Us maps in Minecraft, so you guys look for that on my channel.
I'll be looking forward to that. That'd be fun.
Side by side comparisons.
I'm gonna be getting Tuesday I'm gonna be getting Forza and Shadows of Mordor, of course, and then I'm gonna make like kind of how I did my FIFA video where I unboxed it and then I played some of it. I'm gonna do that from now on whenever I do an unboxing of any game.
That's
so
fun.
It gives me more than just like here's a box with nothing in it, you know. So.
I like that. That's a good idea. All right, guys, let's wrap it up. We'll see you next week.
See you guys.
See ya.